If you're trying to teach your 4-year-old about sharing, stop saying you need to share because sharing is caring. Look, that boy's crying. You need to be kind and share. Instead, explain it to them like they're a 4-year-old. Here's how I did it. I first started with a decontextualized discussion. What does that even mean? It simply means I discussed sharing not in the middle of a sharing battle.
They would have that swing.
What if that's also occupied and used by someone?
Then we would have to go on the other one.
Through the use of reflective dialogue, we're now imagining different perspectives.
That's empty. If somebody comes, they would go on that.
Naturally, by asking open-ended questions, I'm beginning to understand her perspective and what motivates her behavior. Somebody comes, that we would have to leave these swings.
Because they need a place to sit.
And this bit here is all you need to understand about why an almost 4-year-old can't fully grasp the moral concept of sharing. Why shouldn't we stay on the swings?
Because they will have no room.
Her answer is concrete and situational, while mine, if I were to be forcing her to share, would be rule-based and abstract. This also aligns with egocentric reasoning in children under 5, where a child would understand fairness in terms of tangible effects rather than broad moral concepts. Do you see how different these perspectives are? Now that I understand her perspective, I can contextually reason with her, not in an abstract way. I can use terms like communal and private ownership that make the concept of sharing easier for her to comprehend. If these swings were our swings, like we own them...
Like in our garden.
That's right. But they are what type of...
Community.
Communal. These swings are communal. What does it mean when something is communal?
That everyone can use that.
And finally, we drew on a previous memory of managing the expectations of the person waiting, encouraging empathy, boundaries, and effective communication.
In Hobbledon soft play, I told how long she could wait.
So here it is in a nutshell. I decontextualized the discussion, engaged in reflective dialogue, clarified her perspective, and then applied contextual reasoning, and finally explained managing expectations. This entire dialogue is driven by open-ended questions, perspective-taking, and critical thinking. Anyone who forces a child to share, which almost always ends in tears, hasn't truly taught them about sharing, but rather about conforming to an abstract idea. As good old Albert Einstein once said, any fool can know. The point is to understand.
When that baby is done, I'll go on that swing.